That's why you want to have a good amount of variety in your sequences. You know what I mean? You want to be a little bit more unpredictable. Use feints, or like when someone thinks they have a pattern from you, switch it up at the last second. Size does matter. Oh, that's messed up. Hey guys, John here, aka Bruce Lee. Thanks for joining me again. We're looking at Kiss of the Dragon with Jet Li. He plays Agent Liu against the twins, which are basically two tall blonde guys who I remember one of them was a very good kicker. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, but I can't wait to watch it with y'all. First of all, thank you everyone for subscribing and liking. I know a bunch of you are, and the channel growth I've seen in the past couple of weeks has been super rewarding, and I really enjoy doing these breakdowns with you. Today we're looking at it based on two criteria, okay? How realistic it is and how entertaining it is, since that's really the main objective of the movie. We'll give it a rating of 1 to 10. Alright, let's take a look right now. Oh. Cool. That's a flex. That's a cool flex. Y'all know me. I'm not a big fan of the whole like posing like that, but it does look very cool. All right. It's not ideal that they're already kind of like on both sides of him, but let's see what Jet Li does next. Now, apparently he's fighting ghosts as well. Oh. Nice double kick in the air. Ooh, that was good. Fake a body, went to the head. Look at all these spins. I'm actually a huge fan of that. Like, whenever you miss a kick with a spin, to just keep spinning. Like, I'm not saying, like, go forever to the point where you get dizzy or it's just obvious. You're spinning around like a freaking Beyblade. But, like, you can use the momentum of one kick to go into a second or sometimes even a third pretty safely. And at the very least, if you're driving the guy back and claiming the distance from him, that's still a good move. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If so, please leave a like because it means a lot to me and supports the channel big time. And please consider subscribing so I can hang out with you again. For now, let's get back to the video. So Jet Li's throwing a lot of jabs here. This guy's a really good kicker. Oh, and then he's getting flanked. Oh, walked into a spin. Yeah, that whole like cartwheel jump in the air to land on him. I don't know if that's super useful, but I did like that he wanted to attack him on the ground. So that definitely makes sense. I think that you can just stomp him like curb stomp him like normal, to be honest. Ooh. All right. You don't need to flip like that, but that's freaking cool. You can just walk backwards. Oh, he's getting bounced around between these guys. Can you really not see? The guy's like 7 foot tall and the cubicles have like glass on them. Can you really not see like where this other guy is? Oh, nice. Okay. So that's pretty realistic, you guys. Like, kickers need space, right? So a good way to choke out, to defeat a really good kicker is to choke them out. Like, if you're in the ring or an octagon, usually what you want to do is to try to like pressure them to have their back against the cage. Like, you'll see in some of Anthony Pettis' losses, some of the people that beat him, they pressure them a lot with punches or takedowns to put his back against the cage, so you don't give him space to accelerate the kick. Because, you know, Anthony Pettis' kicks are scary. In this case, you know, he baited him into a tighter portion of the office space where, like, furniture is getting in the way. That totally makes sense. Like, it takes a decent amount of radius to properly accelerate a kick in a round style. What this guy could be doing, though, is actually going more front kicks, if that's what he's more comfortable with that. And, like, he did a bunch of front kicks before, so that's when they kind of snap up a bit more straight. So you could still be kicking a lot here, but definitely it takes away some of his kicking advantage to be in this tighter part of the office. So Jet Li tactically is making sense, and now he's using his punches, and he seems to have the advantage there. Nice, good little backhand. So the one thing I think is a little sus there is that, like, for, like, the backhand here is a nice and, like, a quick move to throw someone off guard, but, like, I rarely see people throw, like, and land, like, 4 in a row like that. Like, against the guy who was just really shook about not being able to kick and kind of a deer in the headlights, like, most trained fighters are not going to fall for the same pattern, typically, like, distract, hit, distract, hit, distract, hit, like, maybe 2 to 3 times is pushing it. 4 times is a bit of a stretch. But maybe that guy just, yeah, again, he just really doesn't know how to deal with punches and hands because he's so used to having, like, a big advantage in the range from his kicks. He's a tall guy. Now he's like, nah, I'm not going back there, man. See, like, those front kicks, he could have just, that front kick he did there, like, he snapped it up. He could have also done that in the cubicle space if he wanted to maintain the distance and power of his kicks, but, and not lose that advantage instead of going for the round kicks, which take more radius, but, it is what it is. Let's back it up for a second. Okay. Ooh, good timing. So let's back it up again, where he shuffles his feet back and forth there. Like, you'll see, like, Senchai do this all the time. Basically, when you switch your stance, you don't really know which side of the roundhouse is coming. So when you switch, opens up the left, switch back, opens up the right. And when you do the shuffle, you're basically trying to see if your opponent will react to the kick. In this case, he throws a roundhouse, misses, and uses that momentum to go into a spin kick. Again, makes sense. But now Jet Li's aware that this guy likes to spin a lot, and that's the danger with spinning over much or giving your kind of turning your back to your opponent, is that, like, you can get out-timed or out-maneuvered if the other person's got really good timing. So when someone has range or sometimes a speed advantage over you, yes, you can pressure them with punches, but the other way to defeat someone with really good kicks is timing. And same thing with speed. Like, timing beats speed, precision beats power. Conor McGregor, old school quote. Not even old school. 2016 quote, I think it is. So watch. He does a shuffle, misses a kick, and then Jet Li times the spin. Oh, and then the brother pops in. Oh. Yeah, you know, I've rarely seen, and let's look at that again. Like, I've landed weird ways from sweeps. So the Muay Thai sweep is like someone like trips you, or like he grabs hold of your knee, or like kind of controls your torso, kind of scoops you up and slams you down. I've fallen some weird ways. So I don't really know if, like, this kind of like neck crunch here actually kills someone. Like, the real actor's neck is in that position, and the real actor's not dead. So I don't know if this whole like in movies happens all the time. They go like bang, and the guy goes limp instantly. So I don't really know if that works in real life, because, you know, I don't try to kill people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's not come up for me. So I don't know if that's 100% realistic, but I want to say that you could survive this. Like, you'd have to get an amazing angle and a crazy amount of force to have enough to, like, sever someone's spine at this angle. I don't know if this was it. If we back up, though, you'll see the reason that Jet Li is able to do this. So he goes spin, jumps over, tries to attempt that double kick in the air. If you go back, let's see if I can find it. So if we back up, the reason that Jet Li was able to land and counter the combination of that sequence was that it already happened. So look at this. He catches a front kick, which is the one thing that you're supposed to do correctly. He kicks the guy up, and the guy does like a backflip in the air and launches a kick. And now, before this guy dies, he attempts the same sequence. So let's look at it again. So bang, But this time, Jet Li knows what he's gonna do, and this is very realistic. Not the killing him by the neck part, but you know, a lot of people when they land a really successful combination, this happens in real fights, happens in sparring, they kind of fall in love with it too much, and you can start to predict the stuff, right? So Jet Li knew that when he caught the kick and attacked the supporting leg, and if you try to flip him up, that's a real move. They can absolutely like force someone under their back that way by lifting up the leg that you caught. But in this case, the guy does like a backflip to do a double kick. Like Jet Li knew it was gonna happen again. He's like, yo, you just tried this like literally like if like a minute ago. Like, of course I'm gonna know. So this does come up, and you can absolutely metagame the people. Like, if you realize someone's throwing the same like jab, cross, hook over and over, you can do stuff that specifically counters that. And that's why you want to have a good amount of variety in your sequences. You know what I mean? You want to be a little bit more unpredictable. Use feints, or like when someone thinks they have a pattern from you, switch it up at the last second. So again, like to backtrack a few minutes ago, where I said like, you know, like where Jet Li's landing that like distract, jab, distract, backhand, jab 4 times, like it wouldn't really happen, because you see here when the guy tried the same combo twice, it didn't even work. So how are you? Oh wait, my hand's on it. When the other guy tried to combo twice, it didn't work the second time. When Jet Li does the same thing 4 times, it lands every time. That's why that's a little bit of a stretch for me against other trained fighters, because they like people read your patterns a lot more than that. Anyways, I think his brother's gonna be pretty pissed. So let's see what happens after he finds out that his brother's dead. Are these guys real brothers? Because they look eerily alike. That guy's freaking huge. that totally comes up where like it's happened to me, like not like where it's 0 damage, but it does feel like I guess a really like bigger, heavier guy who just physically has more mass than you and is used to taking heavier punches than you can throw. Sometimes you'll be like this, I guess a bigger guy, and he'll be like, he'll just shrug it off. It's so funny. Like if you watch like Ryan Garcia trying to like body shot Francis Ngannou, it's so funny that it kind of does happen like this. So in some cases, guys, like size does matter. Oh, ouch. The guy's getting a little too aggressive. Oh, that's messed up. Oh, right in the balls. Oh, that kind of like clapping thing here on the temples can absolutely disorient or discombobulate you, as Sherlock Holmes said in my other video. Oh, see, here's another problem I have is I don't know a really good hook and kick like that would just like kill a guy. Like the actor's head like goes like this, like I know like with whiplash, like in a car accident, you can like, you know, concuss yourself with like, you know, the sheer force, but like guys, like, you know, move your head like that really fast. Like did your spine blow up? Like I don't know. Again, I've never tried it, but I've landed and received some hard kicks, whether it's hook kicks, roundhouse, whatever, that have landed clean across my head, and I've never had enough force to somehow like sever my spinal cord. So I don't know if this kind of a kill shot actually works, but if someone knows at home, please comment. So that's it, guys, for Kiss of the Dragon with Jet Li versus the twins. And those guys actually really did look like twins. Maybe that one guy was like, you know, significantly taller and bigger, but otherwise, like, they did a good job of making them seem like brothers. So actually, like, so again, someone comment below, because I don't actually know, but I feel like those were not real brothers, but they definitely looked the part. I thought it was super entertaining. I usually do the breakdown first in terms of like how real it is, but I'm gonna give the entertainment factor a 10. I thought it was so much fun to watch. That first guy has really good kicking dexterity, and they did a good job of making it kind of like combining the stunts with somewhat realistic kicks. Like I think the guy flipped and like somersaulted in the air like way more than you need to, but a show of acrobatics and dexterity made it really fun to watch. Good amount of like a balance. Like it's not like super bloody, but like, you know, like the glass on the hands and like the kill shots. Like they did a good job of the atmosphere there, and like when he killed the first guy and the music abruptly stops, like they just did a good job with the scene. Like I really enjoyed that. In terms of realism, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So one of the main things that I didn't think was realistic was like, again, those kill shots with like a side kick that like just completely kills you, or like even like the guy being slammed down. that seems more feasible to mess up your spine or your back. But again, I don't know if that's a kill shot, right? Like, I see like people on falling off trampolines, getting slammed by Muay Thai guys, landing on their head or kind of their neck at awkward angles. Even Misha Tate, I believe, one time landed on her head a very, very awkward angle, and she's not dead, right? So I don't know if that's real. Just kind of like, I think in a lot of movies, it's just like, it's for the sake of like easy access to like a kill shot in hand-to-hand combat, right? Like, there's not that many moves that don't require a weapon that would make like a quick, swift kill. So I think that's just everyone's go-to thing about killing someone, but I don't know if it's actually real. The other thing that I thought was really, really realistic though is like Jet Li reading the patterns. There was twice where the guy tried to repeat a combo that landed successfully earlier that Jet Li was able to predict and therefore overcome. So that was when the guy tried to spin and Jet Li just out-timed him. And the other time was when we tried to do like the jumping kick and then he timed them into a grab and slammed him for the kill. Like, that was super real, so I think that definitely awards him some points. One of the things I didn't think were too realistic though, like when he got tightened up in like the narrow part of the office and the guy couldn't kick properly, it's true your roundhouses would be less effective. And like, you should have to be considered, like, yes, you can't launch your kick if they're getting caught in the furniture, but also if you miss a kick, you might hit another piece of furniture, and getting your foot or your shin banged up on like a metal wall is not the way to go, or even glass to injure you, not the way to go. But like, why not just throw front kicks and side kicks? Like, why was he a deer in the headlights falling for the same jab 4 times in a row instead of just doing different kicks that don't require the radius, right? Like, there are kicks that go directly straight forward, like teep kicks, front kicks, side kicks. There's a lot of different options in that realm of it. So that was like making it seem like he wasn't equipped for that. I thought that was a bit of a stretch. And then the last thing for me that kind of the last point, let's say, that I took off is that, like, I feel like there's a missed opportunity with his fight scene on the second guy. Like, the guy's kind of just like, it's like a Frankenstein monster just throwing like very direct kicks. And if he does, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with that to make it feel a bit more realistic. Because I kind of seems like the guy's literally running into walls and then kind of like beating himself. So that was a bit of a stretch, but entertainment, definitely a 10. Comment below, guys, what you think. Like, do you think my points were fair? Do you think I should have awarded them higher or lower? I want to hear from you guys. Or if you have any back-end knowledge of Jet Li and this movie, that would be awesome. I love hearing from you guys, so please comment. Oh, also, even just comment what video I should do next, because you know I take those requests all the time. Please leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, and so I can see you again. Bruce Lee is out, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching the breakdown.